So this is your like introduction to addiction. Like you didn't even know why people were smoking packs of cigarettes out there or doing heroin or whatever. You're seeing it, but you're not like, this is your first time hands-on.
Yeah, I didn't understand what addiction was until the whippet addiction really got bad. And then I remember just starting to slowly lose feeling in my legs. And I had no memory and my speech, I couldn't talk anymore. My dad would try to understand me and I couldn't speak. And he gave me his bedroom because I couldn't walk upstairs anymore.
And did he understand that the reason why you were in this place was because of the whippets, or is he kind of like...
No, he understood, but he also has his own addiction problems. So he said, I can't force you to stop because I have my own addiction problems.
Right.
So he let me do it just because, just like me, he thought it was just air, thought it was just a silly gas.
And are there like moments along the way where you're saying like, this is bad, I need to stop this? Because you're sleeping through the night, right? You sleep 8 hours, you wake up, it's kind of like you have a clear head for a moment. And are you thinking like, I gotta cut this out?
And actually on whippets, you'll sleep for about 20 hours.
Oh shit, okay.
It depletes your whole body of vitamin B12 and you need literally vitamin B12 to live. So it will strip your whole entire body of it.
Right, B12 is like super important. That's like if you go to get an IV tank or whatever, that's like one of the main vitamins in there, right?
Yeah. So I had no vitamin B12 left in my body, and I even made videos of me like just on my camera roll saying like if I die, just like if someone finds this, like just know like I died from whippets and I will die from whippets. I plan to die on my birthday.
So you were planning on using this as sort of like a long-term unaliving yourself method? Yeah,
in a way, because I knew I was never going to stop. It got so bad, I was like in my car praying to God or whoever is out there, just like, please help me stop because I'm never going to stop. Like, I love my animals so much. I have 3 Sphinx cats and, I love them with all my heart, but I totally abandoned them. And I was sleeping in my car every day. And you eat so much on whippets. People don't understand, since it depletes you so much, your body's literally trying to feed itself. So it's feeding off your own body and you're so hungry. So I would wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, go to Whataburger, McDonald's. I would go to like 4 different places and get all this food because the whippets just make you want to eat. And I usually don't want to eat.
But you would get like a few things from each spot, or you get like a full meal from each one?
Every day it's a full meal. Like I would get full meals every day. And I was like 130 pounds when I started the whippets. And then at the end I was 220 pounds.
Why are you sleeping in your car during this?
Because the whippet cans are so loud that I rent my rooms out and my house to people, and it's so loud, and they have a child, and I didn't want to do that around the child. So I was like, I might as well just stay in my car, because all I do all day, every single day for about 4 months straight. I had planned to quit January 1st. That was like going to be my end all be all. I'm like, I'm going to quit. I'm going to restart my life. And then I was like, I can't. So I went deeper into the addiction. And that's when I was like, I would literally be in my car from like 6 a.m. to like 12 a.m. just eating and doing whippets. Like I would have at least 8 tanks in my car. And I nodded out so many times. I popped like 2 tires at once. I don't even know how. Because like you would literally just wake up. Like you would nod out and then just wake up.
You just have flat tires.
I would be like, I'd be like, how did I even drive? Where am I?
Holy shit. And at a certain point, how often are you actually hitting the tank? Are you using balloons at that point, or are you past the balloons?
Let's get into that. So I hate straight tank. It burns my mouth. I got chemical burns inside of my mouth.
Right, it's really bad for you, right? People use the balloon to like lessen the effect.
So
right?
I did that. Yeah. So it gave me chemical burns all over my legs and my mouth. So I looked like bad. I looked really bad. So after that, I started getting the balloons because people were like, you should just be doing the balloons. And then I'm like, okay, I'll do the balloons. And because I thought if you did it straight from the tank, it was more concentrated. And it was. It's for sure. You can feel all of it and the hit much more. But where I messed up and what I didn't know, because I'm not a scientist, is I wanted so bad, I was fiending so bad that I wanted the tanks to last longer. Because if I got a small tank, it would last me 30 minutes and I'd be done.
Oh, jeez.
So what I would do is I would get the balloon, and this is why I lost the ability to walk. I would get the balloon, fill it all the way up as much as I could. I would blow it in, hold it, and then blow it back into the balloon.
That's what you're supposed to do, though, right?
No.
Really?
No. Because you're mixing your own carbon dioxide into it. Carbon dioxide isn't meant to be ingested. And you're like, imagine, it's okay, I guess, if you did it like 2-3 times, but imagine doing that 1,000 times a day.
Because I remember like 15 years ago being in England on a BMX trip, and they would do that. You fill up the balloon and you go, and you're like reading it back and forth.
Yeah.
But I don't. We didn't get super
I guess
crazy
to
with
a
it.
certain extent, because my friend did it with me, and she did that too. But she wasn't as addicted as I was at all. She would just do it for fun. But I took it very serious, and I was doing at least 1,000 balloons a day.
Okay.
Like I stopped count after that one time because I was like, yeah, I'm way past 1,000 balloons. So the carbon dioxide poisons your whole system. I now have neuropathy. I have permanent neuropathy in my legs and my lower spinal cord.
And what is that? Just like
Neuropathy is nerve damage.
Okay.
So it's like I could technically get disability from the government. Like my nurse and doctor like signed me up for disability, like because neuropathy is like this thing in Texas, I guess, where it's like you can get disability for that. I don't know.
Wow, I would love to see my taxes going towards that.
Right. I mean, I guess that if I got anything out of it, it would have been that.
But okay, so you have a friend who's doing it with you, but at this point, you know, the people I know who do whippets, they're like going out and about and they're going to parties, they're in the studio and making rap songs, whatever, and they're doing this like nonstop. But I'm guessing that you stopped being social on it at a certain point.
So at first it was just fun. It was like, oh, let's all do this. My dad would do it with me sometimes. Like it's just fun. It was a gas. It was silly. My whole family knew I was doing it because it's like they sell it in vape stores. It can't be that bad. And that's exactly what I thought. I never did research. I never looked it up. And I was just like, I would get like 3-4 tanks because I had like good money or whatever. And I would share it with all my friends. But then it got to where all I wanted to do was be isolated in my room and not talk to anyone. And if anyone talked to me, I would scream at them. Like I just wanted to be with my whippet tanks and just do them until I literally like conked out. Like, I would either no sleep at all or sleep for about 20 hours a day. And then just straight wake up 5 a.m. tanks all day.
And if you couldn't get it, what if the stores are closed?
Oh, that's happened a few times. Honestly, I would sit at the shops until they would open. And then I would literally be hyperventilating. It got to a point where my body no longer took that much oxygen. It took more nitrous oxide. So I couldn't breathe without it. Like I literally would like hyperventilate and I couldn't breathe without it. And every time I would go into the vape store, like I don't even know how they kept selling to me because I was like, oh, can I have another tank, please?
That's what I was thinking. At a certain point, aren't you going to kind of be like, listen, lady, we're cutting you off?
Yeah, no, they should have. I literally told them, I was like, look, I'm dying. Like I need these tanks. Like sell me all of these right now. So yeah, if they never had them, but I never let it got to that point. My house, I think, had like 200 tanks in it at one point under my bed alone. And then in my bathroom, there was like probably 80 to 100 tanks. So I have no idea how much I consumed.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you're doing this for how long? Like a year?
Yeah, about a year. I was doing it for about a year. 6 months to a year.
And I'm assuming this like completely stops your ability to like make a living or make content or anything?
It truly did. FaceTimes are my biggest thing. People love doing FaceTimes with me. But yeah, I do my OnlyFans. Like I was still doing it, but that was depleting my bank account. And I wasn't tattooing anymore because my hands, they were like this. I couldn't even hold my machine.
But you had a tattoo shop.
Yeah, and I still paid for it.
And everybody like just knows that the owner of the tattoo shop is just off whippets.
Well, the thing is I have a private studio. So me and my mentor, Star, who taught me tattooing, we have our own shop together. And it's just me and her because we prefer a private studio rather than a walk-in studio.
Okay.
But she knew and she tried to help me as much as she could. But she knew that I wasn't going to stop until I was ready or until I was dead.